Welcome back to another episode of the Elevated Chat Room. Elevate your mind, elevate your life. It's your host, Lonzo Jones. I'm back at it again. We got a special guest with us tonight. I'm going to introduce him in just a second, but let me tell you what the topic is. The topic for tonight is still standing, still serving. We have Mr. Bryan Van Devender with us tonight, a.k.a. the mayor of Great Sheffield, Alabama. All right, Mr. Bryan, kind of tell them a little bit more about yourself and what you got going on, who you are, things like that. What's up with you?
Well, my name's Bryan Van Devender, and that's Red Nav backwards. In case you wanted to know that. Yeah. I've got 3 children, and my oldest is 30. My youngest is 18. I've got 2 grandbabies, and I've been married for my second wife for 20 years. And I've moved to Sheffield in 1985 and have lived here ever since. I graduated from Sheffield High School in 1988. And now I'm mayor of Sheffield.
So we're gonna get to the mayor stuff here in a second, but you said that you have 2 grandbabies.
I do.
Okay. And you kind of said it like you could just kind of tell it was a little something about when you said it. So I've heard that having your own kids is amazing. But it said there's a different type of love or like another level when it comes to grandbabies. Is that true for you as well?
It's very true. It's very true. And you get to, you're a little more relaxed when you're grandbabies.
Gotcha.
And you don't have to think as hard.
Yeah.
And not worried about giving them too much sugar. You're not worried about spoiling them. You're not worried about much of anything other than just having a good time.
That's what's up. I like that. Yeah, I've heard that. I just wanted to see if it was true in your life because I saw how you kind of lit up when you said I got 2 grandbabies.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with the first question that we have here. What made you decide to run for mayor of Sheffield, and why was this the right time for you to step into leadership?
Well, Sheffield, in my opinion, Sheffield's always been capable of more. And it just seemed to me that no one ever executed.
Okay.
And it's, for me, both personally and professionally, the timing just lined up perfect. And, so you can either accept the fact that nobody's executing and just going about your business, or you can step in and try to do something about it. For me, things lined up for me, and I felt like I could come in and do that.
Okay. So what, from afar off, other than things not being executed, what else do you think was truly holding Sheffield back? Like, now that you're in office, I know you could probably like put your hands on more things that was actually holding the city back.
Well, the city's always had, leading up to what I'm doing now, I sat in every single city council meeting for the last 5 years, just sitting in the back, listening and trying to learn what was going on, who was doing what, and who wasn't doing what, and it came down to there were plenty of conversations, there were plenty of plans, plenty of ideas. There was just no consistent follow-up. And it almost seemed like if this plan consisted of 10 steps, then for whatever reason, it seemed like the first and second step would be skipped. They'd do the third and fourth step, skip the 5th and 6th, do the 8th, and skip the 9th and 10th. And it just seemed like that just happened over and over. And I felt like I could do a better job.
So you must have a real love for the city to go.
Well,
for
it's home. It's home. I got tired of being embarrassed about where I live and making excuses for my hometown.
Yeah.
And even to the point where I've worked for myself for the last 18 years and getting a P.O. box for Muscle Shoals. At the Muscle Shoals post office box. So when I send that to my clients in Texas and Cincinnati, it's Muscle Shoals and it's in Sheffield. And that's I don't like doing it.
Yeah, I like that though. I mean, and I can see that too because, like I said, I'm over at Sheffield High School at least 2 to 3 times a month, and so I understand what you're saying. And I love those kids. I love being over at Sheffield, but you can just tell that there is something more, and it's not the kids' fault. It's just something that's just been shaped over there in their environment. It's like, well, this is all we got, and they even know. Sometimes they'll hint at it.
Apathy.
Yeah.
That was our biggest. That's there's it's not lack of jobs, it's not lack of revenue,
Mhm.
it's not lack of business, it's apathy. That's been our biggest enemy, our worst enemy, for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And that goes for the residents of the city and for the folks that work for the city.
Gotcha.
And if I can do anything, I can motivate.
Yeah.
And so that's I knew that once I got in and started doing me, that we'd get some motivation going.
Yeah. That's good. Everybody needs a motivator. I don't care what level of life you're on. Even the motivator needs to be motivated. So we appreciate you, man. So let me hit you with this question then. It says, what are the biggest changes or improvements you hope to make that will truly impact the future of Sheffield?
Raise the standards across the board. That's clean city, clear systems, more accountability. And once you set that baseline and you set that foundation, everything else follows.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay. That makes sense. So you just, it's like foundational.
Right.
Is what you're
Step
looking
one
at.
and two.
Yeah. They skipped it.
Step 1 and 2. Yeah. Step 1 and 2.
Yeah. You got to
And-
start there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big fundamental. Like I coach in different sports and I always go back to the fundamentals. Like I don't care how athletic you are. I don't care how smart you are. You got to be fundamental.
Got to be.
Yeah. So I like that. So is there anything like that jumps in your head right now other than just the fact of doing the fundamentals? Like, is there any projects that you are working on or spearheading or would like to do that you can discuss with us?
We have, and I say we with the council, we've talked about, of course, we have aspirations, we have plans, we have desires and things we'd like to see happen. But again, it comes down to, you know what, we're not going to go there.
Yeah.
We're going to, because we're going to start at step number 1 and step number 2 and step number 3. And that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And the results of what happens after that defines and sets the direction for the rest of it.
Gotcha.
And I think that's part of where not only Sheffield, but any small town in the country goes wrong, because they skip those.
Yeah.
They skip those and they start thinking about this next new project. What do we want this? What do we want that? Well, I'm looking at the grass growing out of the gutters. I'm looking at the garbage on the side of the road. I'm looking at sidewalks that haven't seen daylight in 50 years.
Wow.
And, crosswalks that you can't see anymore.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at. Right. And as far as I'm concerned, if you don't handle that next new project loses its luster. It's not going to. It might matter, but it's not going to hit like it should.
Yeah, I understand that, and I like that mindset, and that's good, man. You have to be able to start with the basics.
Well, you got to clear the distractions, and you can get lost in the weeds talking about all kinds of new things. Of course, we've got plans.
Oh yeah.
And of course, we've got things we'd like to see.
Yeah.
And I mean, you'd be crazy to go into something like this without a head full of ideas. Yeah. And but I mean, we got to look at housing and things like that. And in light of what's going on to our west at Barton, we're looking at a population increase.
Yeah.
But by virtue of the plans that we do have and cleaning up the city and modernizing the systems and holding everybody accountable, our property values are going to go up. And then what happens? What happens to affordable housing at that point? Rents are going to go up. Section 8 is going to get kicked out,
Yeah.
and all of these things. And so that's something that if we don't start making those moves and making those plans now, then we stand to lose a pretty sizable portion of our population that lives here now.
Yeah.
This is us. This
Yeah.
is Sheffield.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want new people, but I want new people to join us.
The old people.
I don't want new people replacing us.
I like that. I like that, man. So how long is a term for a mayor?
4 years.
4 years. Oh, okay. And you just stepped in when?
November 3rd.
Okay, so yeah.
I got a minute. I got a minute. Yeah.
All right, awesome, man. I love your heart. I can hear your heart for the city and for the people that are already there and living. It's like I want better for my city. I want better for my people that's already been living here, and that's truly Sheffield.
Man, Sheffield's got a sense. We've got a sense of community that most towns don't have.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, towns in this area don't have.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you go to a Sheffield sporting event. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's track, baseball, football. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's here. It doesn't matter if it's out of town. But you get around Sheffield people. That's Sheffield people, right? Yeah. And there's just there's that sense. It's you're friends already just because Sheffield.
Yeah.
And it's always been that way. And most towns don't have that.
Now, so we know that you had a recent health scare. Yeah. So let's kind of tap into that real quick. It says, how has this recent health scare changed your perspective on leadership and life?
It didn't change it. It reinforced it. You go through something like that, it doesn't. Things get clear real fast on what matters.
Yeah,
and it's if anything, it reinforced what I had already set out to do.
Yeah,
and it was never a question of if, only when I was going to get back to it.
Gotcha.
So
like you said, it just kind of was like, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Hey, you got me here for a reason. I know my purpose. You know, I know why you spare me.
I already had direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't need that.
Yeah.
And so it's it certainly reinforced, humbles you, and because all the prayers that went out for me, I needed every single one of them.
Yeah.
And I felt every single one of them, and every single one of them landed just like they were supposed to.
Glory to God, man. Yeah. So, what kept you mentally strong while you were recovering and still had the mindset to even think about Sheffield?
Clarity. It was clarity. I knew exactly what I was coming back to do. And like I just said, it wasn't a question of if, it was just a question of when and how soon. I knew exactly. As soon as I figured out, okay, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm still here. This, whatever just happened, but I know I'm still here for a reason, and I know exactly, as far as I'm concerned, I know exactly what that reason is, and I'm going to get back to it.
So when did this? You had a brain aneurysm, correct?
Yeah.
When did this happen, and how long was your recovery?
It was a grade 5 brain aneurysm with a mortality rate of greater than 90%. And they happened February 9th at night. And it was a series of small miracles that saved my life.
Yeah.
And it was a Monday night, and it was the Monday after the Super Bowl. And because I had big events Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Had a big event Friday night, had a big event Saturday night over in Florence, and saw pictures. Looked like I was having a good time. I don't remember any of it. Don't remember a single play from the Super Bowl. I went to a friend's house, had a big party. And then Friday or that Monday, everybody at City Hall was telling me I was complaining about a real bad headache all day. Mm. And that Friday, my wife had got a new set of tires on her car. And then that Monday night, she was leaving to go to the gym, and I told her I was just going to get in the bed early. And about 10 minutes went by, and she called me and said she had a flat tire. And I got back up, picked her up. And as soon as we walked back in the house, my eyes rolled back in my head and I fell out unresponsive. And so
you would have been asleep.
If that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be here.
Yep.
And then EMS, our Sheffield boys, were able to get there fast, about 4 minutes. And with a police escort, we go screaming down Montgomery Avenue, and there's a train. We got stopped by a train. But because of who I am, I had a police escort. Had I been anybody else, I wouldn't have had a police escort. And I'd have been sitting there waiting on that train. And but because we had a police escort, we were able to speed out and get in front of it, a couple of crossings down, and get over the tracks. Yeah. And make it down to Helen Keller. And then once we got down there, their little air evac chopper wasn't flying because it was too windy that night, a little bitty helicopter. Mm-hmm. And Vanderbilt had their big chopper in the air somewhere south of Nashville, and they were able to come down and get me. And so after it was all said and done, the doctors up at Vanderbilt told me that it was the timing of everything that saved your life. And so just those little unrelated series of circumstances and miracles, I call them miracles.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are. They don't happen by that stuff didn't happen by chance.
And no.
No, I don't believe in coincidence.
And then, of course, with a 90% mortality rate on what happened to me, there's even a greater percentage of folks, the few that do survive end up with some sort of cognitive or physical impairment.
Yeah.
And the fact that I came out, without either is even more of a, even more miraculous, really. And it's, I was up walking in a week, and I was kicking the doors, wanting to get out of there at a week and a half. I was ready to go. And they kept me for 2 weeks, and a little over a couple of days past 2 weeks, and let me get home. I got home February 21st, so less than 3 weeks. I was back home, and then just went for a follow up, and got up there and got rescanned, and they tell me it's as if it never happened, and if I wanted to start training for an Olympic marathon today, I could. So it's time. It's time to mash the gas now, right?
Yes,
so I'm back at it 100% for sure.
Man, that's definitely a story.
It's a great
miracle.
One, man.
I mean,
it's.
You can't say God is not working, still moving, still has His hand on people.
Hey, and I've told people if you don't believe in miracles and you don't believe in the power of prayer, you better stay away from me.
Yeah,
because you're gonna be disappointed.
Man, like I said, and everybody's journey is different, and sometimes we sit back and we try to wonder why did this happen, or try to figure out and see God's hand in different things, and like when you go back and play it through your mind, and like the doctor said, it's all about timing.
They couldn't tell me why. Couldn't tell me why, and that was my first question. So, why?
Yeah. And
I had no medications. I was on nothing, and perfect health according to the doctors, and no family history of anything. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
And so I was telling Dwayne today, it's like I'd almost rather have something that they could point to and say, "Don't do that anymore." But
it's just part of the journey, man, part of the plan, and we just never know it. Because I had actually wrote down warnings. Did you have any warning signs? You said you had a headache that day, but prior to that, I mean, nothing alarming.
Nothing.
And a brain aneurysm, that's a brain bleed, correct?
Yeah. So there's two stems, and with the aneurysm, it grew. They showed me a picture of it. It grew the size of a golf ball before it exploded.
Yeah.
And then they coiled a metal coil around the other one to stabilize that. And that's a permanent fix for a very serious problem. And so I'm stabilized and ready to rock, I guess.
That's good to hear, man. You look like a rock star. You know how some people just had that look like I'm ready to get my hands dirty.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get to it.
Yeah.
You definitely got that look. What message do you want the people of Sheffield to hear from your journey right now?
We're just getting started. And we're not going to lower the standards. We're not going to slow down, and our direction is crystal clear. And we've got a fantastic council. Got a great group. All six of us were able to get together several times before we swore in.
Yeah.
We decided on a template of how we were going to make decisions going forward. And I sold them on the notion of step 1 and 2 and 3 first. This is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to go about doing it.
Yeah.
And everybody bought in, and we're all on the same page. And like I said, it's time to mash the gas now.
So what can a mayor do? You know how it's like, okay, you're sitting in the mayor's office, like, so let's ask like this. What does a mayor do on a day-to-day basis? Like what's your job? What's your assignment? You know, like,
well, I can tell you, I don't know. And I mean, that the thing is, and apparently whatever I've been doing is not something that anyone else has ever done.
Yeah.
That's I hear it all the time. Well, we've never had a mayor walk in the street department, sit down and talk to us. We've never had a mayor come over and hang out at the fire station. We've never had a mayor that lets dust collect on his desk because he's never in the office. And we've never had a mayor that gives out his mobile number and answers every call himself. So it's we've never had a mayor that runs up and down the stairs of City Hall. And I hear it every department and everybody that I talk to inside the city, outside the city. Never had a mayor walking up and down Montgomery to meet folks for lunch. And it's so I don't know. I don't know what I don't know.
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I mean, it's like your office, and then it's like, but what do you actually do? Like, can a mayor just come up with like a budget on his own? Does it have to be voted? Everybody has to be on one page. Like, how does I know I would assume you have the last word, last say. So how does that work?
I have a vote.
You have a vote.
Because the way the Alabama government systems, municipal systems are set up, cities with less than 12,000 people, the mayor is a vote. So you have your council and the mayor. Okay. For example, Muscle Shoals and Florence, the mayor doesn't get a vote because they have more than 12,000 people.
Gotcha.
And now they have some sort of influence, but the council is the last word.
Okay.
But in Sheffield and in Tuscumbia, the mayor has an actual vote. So it's 6 and majority rules. So
okay,
4 out of 2.
So what's the perks of being a councilman then? Like if I wanted to be a councilman, but it's like, oh, I got to go with the mayor, or the mayor's my buddy. Like what's like, how does that work? What's the perk of being a councilman if you're not really going to be, who God has called you to be, instead of trying to,
Well, we've got 5 independent council people right now that are not interested. I mean, yeah, right now we agree on everything. But I mean, they're, everybody's got in their own minds, they have ideas of what's most important for the people that voted for them. and it's and then that's what you do. You stick up for that,
Gotcha.
and you don't have to vote. I mean, you vote how you vote.
Mm-hmm.
And now, in the past, maybe it's been that way, and I guess it has because, I watched it for 5 years,
Yeah.
and but the council we've got now is, of course, I'm not running around doing a whole lot of things that everybody disagrees with.
True.
Yeah.
And that kind of helps, huh?
It turns out when you do things the right way for the right reasons, most of the people will agree with you.
Yeah.
And if you do it fair and you talk to people, it's the communication.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you've got an idea, you can't just go forcing that down people's throats.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go talk to the people that idea is going to affect directly. And you build a consensus. And I never thought I'd be good at politics, but man, I'm having a ball.
Good.
I'm having a ball because we're getting to do things. We're engaging things in Sheffield that have never been done before anywhere.
Yeah.
Anywhere. And the way that we're just now starting. We hadn't even gotten started.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, today I finished the final order of the Beast Rig. It is and I promised everybody I wouldn't start talking about the Beast Rig, but I can't help it, man. It's the Beast Rig is a power pressure washing system. It comes on a 16-foot trailer. It has 3 engines across the back of it, and an 800-gallon water cistern on it. And that's the rig. The Beast is a commercial-grade zero-turn radius mower that is custom fabricated with all the grass cutting parts of it taken off. With custom fabricated pressure washing attachments to it. You have a 4-foot and a 6-foot attachment that go underneath that.
Yeah.
And then a boom arm off the side for a curb attachment. And so because it was my idea that, to clean up the city, picking up garbage, that's easy. Anybody can do that. But I want to pressure wash everything. Mm-hmm. I want to pressure wash every curb, every sidewalk, every median, every gutter, every sewer. I want to pressure wash everything. And I want all the street signs straight up and down because every one of them laid over. And I come from that military background. And I always laugh. You drive into an infantry battalion area, every pole, every post, every tree is painted 6 feet up because the standing order is pick up everything off the ground. And if you can't pick it up or move it, paint it. And so some enterprising private somewhere along the lines back in history thought he was being cute and said, well, I can't move this tree. So they paint the tree.
Yeah.
And that's why every tree trunk's painted, every pole's painted and everything because they couldn't pick it up or move it. So they painted it. Every rock that's too big. Yeah. And so next time you drive onto a military base, that's why everything's painted that's just sitting there. Because that's the standing order. Pick it up or move it, and if you can't, paint it. And so I wanted to take that to and bend that to Sheffield rules and pick it up, move it, and if you can't, we'll pressure wash it. And if you can't do that, then we might paint it.
Yeah.
So we're not going to go around painting all of our poles or everything, but we are. But when this thing comes in, we're starting at the bridge.
Yeah.
And we're going to pressure wash. We're going to pressure wash every inch of concrete from one end of the city to the other. Nobody's ever done that. Yeah. That's a crazy notion if you think about it.
I mean, you got time to get it done.
It's a crazy notion. And I've looked online. I can't find anything online of any small town that's ever even tried to do something like that. cities will clean up areas of their city. Some of the bigger cities will clean up some districts and things like that. And New Orleans has, they pressure wash their streets and things like that in between weekends and whatnot, but not what we're talking about doing.
Yeah.
And it's it's an insane notion on its face. It's a wild idea.
Yeah.
And you really have to explain that to folks when I always tell folks, I'm going to pressure wash every inch of concrete. And they go, oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. That's like he's just talking,
The reality of it is, but I'm telling you, we start at the bridge. By the time we get to that first intersection, I mean, you don't get more visible than that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be such a stark contrast to what this entire area, everybody that lives here, anybody that's ever driven through there, has grown to tacitly accept what it looks like.
Yeah.
And when suddenly it doesn't look like that anymore, people are going to notice.
Yeah.
And when and by the time we start making our way through the city and we hit downtown like that, we start hitting. We're going to do the 10 main corridors first, and then we're going to go each district 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and go street to street to street, and that's going to just by virtue of that's that baseline I'm talking about. That's steps 1 and 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And the rest of it, everything that we could ever hope for and dream for in the city of Sheffield is going to flow after that.
Yes, I like that because it's like the makeover. It's like
it's exactly
you need a haircut.
It's a 140-year-old town.
Yeah.
That 41 this year, and it's going to be a completely different town a year from now.
Downtown Sheffield is already looking better. I've been down there a few times, and you can just tell, it's like, hey, you can tell they're starting to modernize some of the things in downtown Sheffield, and it looks good. I go to Russell Barbecue quite often. You been there?
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Some of the best barbecue in the area, man.
Yeah,
I love those.
We got the best of. We got the best of in barbecue. We got the best of sushi. We got the best of steakhouse. We got the best of in so many types of food.
That's true.
And that's and we want more of that.
Yeah. Man, you knocking this interview out the park, man. You real, like I said, you real smooth over there with your beard game. Let me ask you this. So what does still serving mean to you in this season of your life? Because the topic tonight is still standing, still serving. What does still serving mean to you?
No interruptions. Responsibility doesn't pause. You come in more intentional, and you pay attention to what matters, what lasts, what you're building, and showing up and doing the work every day the right way. And there's an understanding what you owe the people that you serve.
Mm-hmm.
And and for them, that's showing up every day and doing the work the right way. That's what it means to me.
Have you always, prior to stepping into the position you're in now as mayor, have you always served in some capacity, whether it's church, community? Has it always been something that you are big on?
No.
So what?
No.
So what?
It's well, I mean, I've always given. I was raised. My father was a minister.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I've always had a sense of give a damn.
Mm-hmm.
So it's. I mean, I care about you. I don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do what I need to do. when I'm driving my car, my obligation, the best, nicest, most cordial thing that I can do for everybody else on the road is get out of the way, right? I mean, so there's a sense of, it's I guess, awareness of the world around you, that the world doesn't revolve around me. And I've always had that. And I guess that was instilled in me growing up.
Yeah.
And, but a sense of service, I've never had. I was in outside sales. I do digital development for myself for the last 18 years. There's never been I've never had a sense of that. And I didn't know, I've worked for myself with a tiny house office in my backyard for the last 18 years.
Yeah.
I didn't know, that's been the biggest adjustment for me, is actually showing up to an office and having the responsibility and people looking at me for answers all day, every day, and conflict resolution, with things that really don't pertain to me at all.
Yeah.
And making decisions based on what's fair and what's right. I never saw myself doing that. It's not something I ever aspired to do. And, but I'm telling you, it's, I think it suits me. And like I said, I'm having a ball.
Yeah.
And I, sounds kind of corny, but, I've found what I think I was meant to do.
Good.
My entire life, I've enjoyed everything that I've did. And, cause I'm also a preacher's kid and never really did much that I didn't enjoy doing, and me and my three older brothers, gave preacher kids, we helped define
PKs,
what
baby.
that
PKs.
means. PKs. Yeah. And, we carried that to the max, but, it was, but it was never something that I aspired to do.
Gotcha.
And now that I'm doing it, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And I'll keep doing this as long as folks keep voting for me.
Yeah.
And, I don't aspire to go to a bigger office. I mean, this is it for me.
Yeah.
And, and 4 years from now, if folks aren't happy with what we're doing in Sheffield, then they'll vote for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to doing what I've been doing. And, but I don't think that'll happen.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen.
Good.
I think I'm good for at least another one. And, as long as Sheffield have me, I'll keep going.
Awesome. Well, man, we pretty much done hit everything that we need to hit for tonight. Is there anything else you want to close out with, or any type of contact information you would like to give? I don't know if you want, a lot of people I know you said you was giving out your mobile number. I'm not actually give out your mobile number. Definitely not doing that. But as far as like email or come by the office to holler at you or whatever you feel like letting them know.
Mayor at sheffieldalabama.gov. And, it's, sometimes it takes me a couple of days, but I respond to every email. I return every voicemail. And you can call the city, is 256-383-0250. And leave me a voicemail, because you're probably not going to catch me in the office. But leave a voicemail. I will return your call. And I pride myself in that. And because as I understand it, that's something rare.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I've always liked doing what's unexpected and what people least expect.
Yeah.
And in a good way. That works both ways.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, I just want to say thank you, Mayor, for coming through and
thank you.
educating us. Oh, no doubt, man.
You guys, this is a great setup. You got a great setup.
Appreciate it, man. Dwayne, he knows what he's doing. He just kind of lets me tag along from time to time. But you are a very personable person,
Thank you.
and you don't really see that a lot, from mayors. That's genuine and authentic with it. You can tell some are doing it just because that's part of the role they're in,
Right.
and they just got to get through it.
Right.
But you can definitely tell, like, no, like I'm a people's person. Like I like to have a good time. Like, hey, let's chat it up. So I definitely thank you. Thank you for coming through and educating us, educating myself, because I learned a lot about the role of a mayor, the position of the mayor, and how things kind of operate behind the scenes, and the do's and the don'ts, and what you can and can't do. Like I said, man, thank you for being so personable.
Thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck going forward, man. If you ever need something from us, you know where to reach us at. All right.
On. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. So that's the end of the episode. Lonzo Jones checking out with the Rescue Me Project. Elevate your mind, elevate your life. Man, this is the Elevated Chat Room. We out. You guys be blessed.